Anti-establishment historians tend to be an unpopular lot, and my own works will undoubtedly serve to reinforce this attitude by those who have published garbage adorned as history. It is my intent to make enemies, to topple their cherished pillars, to silence those charlatans who have sold their fictions off as facts. My mission is to educate those willing to know. I have no doubt I will lock horns with many along the way. The materials that I offer in my books are for those who are unafraid of the dark, who want the truth undiluted, direct. The ancient past, behind the scenes happenings throughout all time periods, censored histories, the academic cover-ups, real facts about race, religion, subversive societies, and even predictive systems of analysis by which future events can be known beforehand or uncovered and explained. Archaix is for the public domain to come to a place where they can receive information that has not been diluted. It has not been censored. You're not going to like some of the things you hear. Some of the many videos are going to tick you off. They're disturbing. The core things that we have been taught since we were introduced into this world have to be peeled back layer by layer by layer for us to fully comprehend the absolute medium of deception that we are totally immersed within. Our world is not what you think it is, but it is a beautiful place. It's all a matter of perception. But where we've been in the past in the collective, as a species, as a race, and where we have traveled in the past up until the present, in our personal lives, has everything to do with where we're going. One who is properly informed is not easily deceived. The fact that so much energy has been expended in covering up the truth about our past can only mean that, though we are blind to it, we must be such a threat to our controllers that burying the past was the only recourse they had in maintaining their power. Or, said another way, we are more than we suppose ourselves to be. Anti-establishment. Oops. Didn't mean for that to replay. Mr. C, Matt Kubas, Fearless Vic, I see you guys in the chat right here. Man, is this going to be an eye-opener? Dorel G, I know your name. I know a lot of people. I've been on Archaix Underground this morning, just watching all the people come in, familiar faces, familiar names. It's like, wow. Yeah, we're doing something new. This isn't a website, it's a platform. Everything that you do on X, on Twitter, all the things you can do on Instagram, everything you can do on Facebook, a whole lot more than you can do on YouTube. You can do it in Archaix Underground. I'm about to show it to you. Officially launches right now. There's about 200 people in there right now, but those are those who responded to. I did an X post and I did a YouTube community post telling people want to get in and wander around. Man, the chat is already on fire. Those of you in the chat right now that I recognize in Archaix Underground, you can tell them in the chat too, man. You know how if you're impressed with what you saw, because it's gonna be awesome. There's also going to be some other people out there in the field, some other content creators going to learn about what we're doing in there real fast. Not going to be able to hide anymore. So yeah, it is so much better. The new Archaix Underground is so much better than Archaix TV. The player platform no longer exists. On August 31st, they deleted the entire platform. It is gone. Good riddance. Good riddance. I wasn't the one that set it up. Somebody else who was attached to Archaix in the past was the one that chose player, and it was only after player was chosen and that we realized how restrictive it was, and we couldn't go live. We couldn't do a lot of things. Archaix Underground, I can go live. I can do a live video straight from the platform. I'm going to show you a lot of the features, but there's going to be an influx of people coming into Archaix Underground, especially after word starts spreading about what we're doing in there, because this isn't ordinary. You don't have other content creators trying to accomplish these things that I'm doing. There's some really good content creators out there that are putting some good research materials out there. But what we're doing with Archaix Underground is networking an entire community. We're building bridges, as you'll see. Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of people on the outside looking in with egg on their face going, man, why did I ever attack that dude? Why did I ever put myself in opposition against this guy? What the hell was I thinking? So, the link, it's a 7-day free trial. And if you stick around, it's just $5. 138 times 4 is $5.52 a month. If you don't like it, shoot, cancel. I enabled in the settings, I enabled that you can cancel at any time. You don't have to wait for anything. As soon as you want to cancel, just cancel. I don't really think there's going to be hardly anybody canceling. And if you're nosy and you just want to mind other folks' business and see what's going on, shoot, just pay the $5.52. Come on in, cancel, get your money back. I don't even care, because once you cancel, the platform is just going to lock you out anyway, so you can't come back in. It's no big deal to me. So yeah, for what you're getting for $5.52 a month, yeah, man, I'm about to show it to you right now. This video is not going to go long. As a matter of fact, it's 12:08. Before 1:30, I will be wrapping this up because I have to be somewhere else. But yeah, we're building a community. Everybody, those of you who had submitted the Errant ads, I have a whole file on my desktop of all your Errant ads. I've got 2 left to the side that are questionable. I'll be contacting these people because I can't put their ad on. They put stuff in their ad I cannot put on my channel. So either they're going to get their money back, or they're going to redo the little 30-second ad. But everybody else, we have an Errant Personals section on Archaix Underground. It's where you put your stuff. I mean, what service do you provide? What do you do? What are your hobbies? What is your business? Yeah, Errant Personals is for this type of networking, and there's already people taking advantage of it. I saw a really good one about. I saw a really good one. I'll show it to you in a minute. A guy that does veterans benefits, and he's an Errant. Been following Archaix for a while, and he does he helps veterans get their maximum amount of benefits they got coming. So anyway, yeah, Pamela Swan, I didn't see you in there this morning. Yeah, you need to get up in there. As a matter of fact, Miss Swan, I need to check the settings, because I think I have a certain number of free memberships I can get out. I haven't even looked at that yet. Most platforms give you 5 to a dozen free memberships you can give out. I have to look. I don't know yet. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go straight into it. Archaix Underground has been in the making for a long time, ever since I received notice that the player platform wasn't paying me anymore. And I didn't even know it was going down. I didn't even know the player platform was going down, but evidently they knew. They quit paying the content creators. A bunch of people were complaining about it, contacted Better Business Bureau and all that. I went straight into problem solving mode. I didn't contact authorities, and I didn't contact banks, and I didn't do all that dumbass stuff, even though that was a sizable amount of income that I just got cut off from over a month ago. I just got cut off from that income. So I didn't panic, and I didn't rush this either. As you can see, I took my time putting Archaix Underground together. I also wanted to do it myself. Unlike Player, which was built by somebody else and I didn't know all the features, and I found out only ex post facto that I wasn't able to do everything that I wanted to do. With this platform, I am in direct contact with the developers of this platform, and they're the ones that told me when I gave them a full list. I says, listen, I'm looking for a new home for a very innovative and very unique community. I'm not just talking about Archaix Errants. I'm talking about everything that we're going to be doing, the projects, the interaction we're going to be doing. I says, I need a one size fits all. I need my community to be able to share anything. I need them to if they don't want to type messages in the chat, I want them to be able to do voice recordings so they can talk to each other in the chat. I want them to post memes, GIFs, videos, links, images. I'll do all that. Emojis, the full gamut. So I bought the deluxe package. I bought the humdinger, and the developers have now told me, man, you got carte blanche, man. You can do you can even go live. You can do everything on your platform. And so I'm going to show it to you now. Let me share my screen. This is way bigger than Archaix.com. Archaix.com is really successful, guys. I mean, I've got 400,000 visitors to my site. I still get about 25,000 people a month go to Archaix.com. And that's not going to really stop because Archaix.com, I didn't duplicate what's on my website with what's on Archaix Underground. This is different stuff here, and it's for a reason, as you'll see. Archaix.com still has all the originals, all the original stuff. How to get there's no store here. I'm not selling my books. I'm not selling merchandise. None of that on Archaix Underground. This is some square business, serious stuff for what we're trying to accomplish. All right, I'm sharing my screen. How do we say it? Let's do it. The link is in the description box if you want to join. There's about 200 people in there already before this video started. Archaix TV, I had about 2,400 subscribers, and I just feel bad about that whole experience. I'm so glad it's gone now. Nobody's being charged the $5.99 a month for that no more. That's done away with. So this is Archaix Underground. This is the home page. What you're seeing on the screen is what you will see when you join. This is called the feed. It's set up real simple. So this is Archaix Underground. What you see on the home page is basically what's trending, what's going off, what people are talking about, what people are looking at, what the admins have posted. Trending posts is in the right column right here. Look, all these people. I have one trending post. There's 4 other people with trending posts on here already. So this is just the homepage. The homepage is a general overview of what's happening in real time throughout the entire platform of Archaix Underground. The left column are all the different rooms that it's like chat rooms, all the different rooms. They call them spaces. So it says spaces up here on the left margin, but this is your table of contents. This is your legend in the left column. The left column has a full list of everywhere you can go in Archaix Underground. You can click onto any one of these, and we're going to click on to every one of them right now so you can see what we're doing. This will be the only time the public gets to see inside Archaix Underground. We have a few other sections to add to this, but they're not going to be added until after this video is over. This is the very first item on the contents page is Errants Underground Chat. This is a real chat room. The side menu shows all the members that have engaged in the chat room, who everybody is, but you can collapse it. There's an arrow up here. You just collapse that, and now you got the full chat room. This chat room goes back. People have been here talking. They've been talking. You sharing gifts. This is since everything in here since this morning. I'm still scrolling back. So in the chat room, everybody has the option of you can post videos, you can post links, images, your pictures, you can post emojis. You can thumbs up, heart, graffiti, all these things. But even more so on the bottom, you can't see it because I'm going to hide this little ribbon. Okay, on the bottom, you can see, you can activate microphone. You don't have to type anything out. You can do voice recordings. You can chat just using your voice right here. You can clip anything to it. It has GIFs a page. It has the emojis board. Yeah, Casey and Edward are typing right now. So this is the chat room. There's already people coming in here talking about everything they've seen in the site. I might come across the comment. Somebody made a comment earlier. I kind of made me excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little child sometimes, but after going through the site, they made a comment and said, "Man, this is gonna be my new hangout. Twitter's not even this badass." So that's the Errants chat, and it just got started. People just started coming in. And the very next item on the menu is underground news and reviews. That's this right here. Underground news and reviews. You already have the news. We already have mainstream news. We already have alt news, social media, and all that stuff. But still, even a lot of that is controlled. So now Archaix Underground is using the Errant community to report about what's going on in your neck of the woods. Because a lot of things that are important to us are happening locally, and the rest of the world doesn't even know it. And even our local mainstream venues aren't reporting it. But we know because we live here. So that's what Errant News is about. People have already started uploading stuff here. You could click on to any one of these. Now this person here, CB, everybody knows CB. CB been around for a while. CB put an image with hers. But you can click on to any one of these and it'll open up to images and links of what people are talking about. But you have all kinds of options. You can put an image to grab people's attention, or you can leave them blank like all these people did. But when you click onto it, it opens up to what they're talking about. So the third category in Archaix Underground, it's right here. Look at this young dapper couple. This is Errant Personals. This is where your Archaix ads. Those of you who ran Errant ads, I will upload your Errant ads for you in Errant Personals. You can find your ad and you can add whatever details you want to it. Contact information, you can add all that stuff. So this is Errant Personals, and yeah, people are already posting in here too. Posting what their hobbies are, posting what their business is, what services they offer, or what services they're looking for, or people trying. This is a place to find out about your own local errands, arrange meetups, network together, post your hobbies, whatever it is you're doing. This is where you do it. Help wanted. This is it. This is Errant Personals. It just got started. I have a feeling it's going to blow up. In the next category is Errants Paranormal. This was such a good idea. I had given a sneak peek into what I was thinking about, what I was doing in the Cypher group. We went live with the Cypher group last night, and somebody had a fantastic idea. Jason, why don't you add something like Errants Paranormal where we can share? Some of us have had dreams and visions, OBEs and NDEs, and some of us had some really weird deja vu and synchronicities. We need one single chat room where we can share this type of stuff. I said, wow, that's not my experience. You guys know this. I don't have paranormal experiences. I have, my life has been paranormal for sure. Everything I've survived. But as far as these experiences that mean so much to a lot of people, to me, they're entirely subjective. That doesn't mean they're not true. It means that they were true for you. So this is a place where people are already sharing those right now. So I thought that was a really good idea. I had not thought of that. But one that another idea that I really liked, which was somebody else's, it wasn't mine, was real revelations. This is movies and music. How many times have you guys shared the lyrics to songs that were recognizing the 138-year Phoenix phenomenon? How many times? This is where we put all this. Now we have a place, now we have a single thread where we can go in and post movies, post links to movies, the thumbnails, the descriptions, why those movies are important to the idea that we live in a construct, to the Archaix research simulation, our immortality, whatever the message of the movie or the song is that's important. Like here's Night of the Comet. That's one I've told you guys about. A boy and his dog. When we find out after World War III, people are surviving on the surface, and at the end of the movie, you find out all along the elite are partying underground. A Boy and His Dog from 1975. Also, Dark City, which literally shows you that we're in a construct. My boy here, Nelson Perez. You guys know him. He should be in the chat right now. No, he didn't even put a descriptor on here because one is not needed. It's the Matrix, of course. CB posted Megalopolis. This is just the beginning, guys. This is just the beginning. Somebody else posted the 100. Oh, there's They Live. People are posting the links of how to watch the videos for free. There's They Live. Here's a series called The 100. Yeah, man. So interesting. So this is real revelations, movies and music. You can post your discoveries in here, and we can start keeping a dialogue going of just how our controllers are revealing the truth through cinema. Next section is health and wellness memes. This is health and wellness memes right here. This space is for the secrets we should all know, but don't. This will be a fantastic archive of powerful memes for errants to educate each other on the myriads of facts we need to know about our bodies, health, and wellness. I expect Dr. Corey Stern to be in here messing around. So some of these are my picks, like nicotine kills nanotechnology. These are just some memes I posted right here. Oh yeah, and the posts are big. You can click on like you just saw me do. It only shows 3 images, but you click onto the bottom where it says look, see more, and it opens up all of them. So I got all kinds of little memes in here about things that we should really know about. Like this study finds that fasting for 72 hours can regenerate the entire immune system. Little things like that. So this is just beginning. And I'm pretty sure this is I got a whole file. I have to find it. Somewhere on one of my drives, I have a whole file full of memes that are nothing but health memes. Things that over the years I've collected but I've never really posted. I just kept them for myself. I have them. Dietary, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to post them in here. And so are a lot of other people. They're going to be posting them too. Which introduces the next section on the menu. The next section is meme warfare. Memes are an excellent way of educating people very, very quickly. They're also an excellent way of preserving for the historical record what was going on at a certain period of time. You have to understand the type of memes that were being shown in 2018 and 2019 aren't the type of memes that we show today. We evolve our methods of communication by pictures and abbreviated text evolves. And the subject matter of the memes also educates us as to what was going on in the world at the time. Come to the dark side. We have masks. So here's different people. Every conspiracy theorist. I effing told you so. Yeah. So you can click onto the bottom of these and it opens it up to more memes or comments that people are making on the memes. That's a good one. Here's a good one too. Why be a cog in the machine when you can be a glitch in the matrix? And when you click onto that one, it opens up to a whole bunch more memes. All kinds of, yeah, this meme warfare is going to be awesome. I got a bunch of them on there already. Yeah, I gave everybody a head start. That's somebody else too. Look, 15 more of my favorites. Number 7. I did 7 posts. There's 15 memes in this post. There's 20 memes in this post. This is number 6. These are all mine. There's 20 more memes in number 5 post. I got a whole bunch of memes in here. Some of mine are hilarious. But yeah, also very educational as to what was going on at different times. I'm going to click onto that one. There's 20 memes in this one. This is number 2. Yeah, Jesus promised the end of all wicked people. Odin promised the end of the frost giants. I don't see any frost giants for out here. Man, I know that's going to piss off some people. Yeah, there's a bunch of memes, guys. Great, hilarious memes. Good stuff. Yeah, man. Man eaten by shark dies from coronavirus. Pelosi blames Trump. It's terrible. So anyway, you get to see meme warfare. That's meme warfare, guys. Meme warfare is going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a place where the errant community can come and just let's start a database of memes. What's the beauty about the Archaix Underground platform is every single thing, every video, every PDF. Oh yes, we have a huge PDF library of old books, audio files, everything. All you have to do is click onto it and it will download straight to your computer. You don't have to watch everything and engage in everything in Archaix Underground. You can go to Archaix Underground to get your content, put it on your computer, and at your leisure, go watch it or engage and do whatever. Everything is downloadable. So the very next thing is, this is a serious one here. This is a project. It's an ongoing project. It involves the errant community. It's not just me. Project 2026. 2026 AD is the year 5920 Anno Mundi. In this space, we will be posting the major events of the years 1970, 1920, and 1778. Because it is the events of those 3 years and a couple of other years I didn't mention here, that we get a complete picture of what is going on in the year 2026, with an explanation as to why these years serve as holographic reflections of 2026. People have already started putting stuff in here. But yeah, I'm going to be adding a bunch to this section. A lot of these sections, you have to understand, Archaix Underground only launched today. It's very embryonic, and yet still it's already preloaded with a whole bunch of stuff. It's not going to take long to load the rest of it. So here's the next one: post-reset pantry and survival tips. This is out of my library. I have every single one. I took this picture. I have every one of these books, and I'll be posting all kinds of very unique camping and survival and dietary, all kinds of ways to survive without electricity. Here, yeah, these books are fantastic. But other errants are going to be posting, their survival tips and stuff. I expect Funky Prepper to be in here posting stuff. So the next one, we're only halfway through. We're not even halfway through with this list yet. So the next one is very unique. It too, just like the 2026 one, it too is an actual project. This is Archaix Sentinels. See that girl right there? She's our first Archaix Sentinel. Archaix Sentinels project. There's no one doing what I'm proposing here. No one. And I know that there's going to be several of you. We're going to have a Sentinels team. It's going to be like little. I'm not going to water it down. It's basically Archaix agents going out. There are a lot of new channels and new personalities in the field that suddenly just started popping up with ready-made content and absolutely no source materials at all. You can't just get a bunch of images of Gobekli Tepe and then say a bunch of stuff and not cite a news article, an archaeologist, an archaeological monograph, any type of scientific dating, any uniformitarian sources. You're not citing any type of institutes or organizations, an individual travel log. You're not citing anything. Well, you didn't make that stuff up. You got those pictures from somewhere. There's a whole bunch of content creators that just suddenly blew up in the last 2 years. Very suspicious circumstances, like, you know, ever since the advent of the internet, there hasn't been hardly anybody interested in megaliths and megalithic architecture and all the things that we've recorded in Archaix for 5 years. All the stuff on the difference between technolithic architecture, post-technolithic architecture, which is different, Heliolithic and post-Heliolithic, and then the modern Cyclopean masonry, more modern, meaning only 3,000 years old. So this all these, no one's out there citing James O'Con. No one's out here citing all these blazers that Rene de Jong. Who are all these guys? They all fit a template. I can list a bunch of them for you. I'm a white guy, and I can't help but notice that all these blonde hair, green-eyed, and blonde hair, blue-eyed guys just appeared all over X and all over YouTube with all these channels with ready-made content citing absolutely no sources, and they're all talking about basically the same things. Ancient megaliths. It's almost like a hijack of the narrative. So, Archaix Sentinels. Archaix Sentinels will be those of us who are going to be subscribing to their paywalls. And we're going to go behind the scenes and we're going to see what materials they have lifted and from who. And we're going to put them on blast. We'll be doing YouTube videos, putting people on blast for having stolen research, stolen material, citing without accommodations, all that. Yeah, I'm going to bring some honesty back into the field. I'm going to make some enemies because I told you guys from the beginning. I'm here to saber rattle. I'm here to lock horns. Just like my intro says, I am here to lock horns. I don't care. I'm all about the preservation of the integrity of the truth. And when I see people lifting all this material and presenting it as their own, I'm calling them out. No backup here, guys. None. Archaix Sentinels will be helping me do that. I've already got 4 people who've already pledged that they're going to help me on this project. And I'm going to give out right here in the chat. I'm going to be giving out assignments. Here's who we're looking at right now, and I'll give 2 or 3 or 4 platforms. Here are the ones we need to subscribe to, and we need to all go back here and we check it out. And if we find that these people are of the utmost integrity and they're citing their sources and they're giving credit where credit is due, we're going to report that too. Yeah, we're not just demon chasing. Yeah, we're just looking for the truth. If you're a shill and you're lifting material, yeah, I'm going to expose it. If you are citing your sources and protecting copyrights and all that, I'm going to make sure that the community knows that you're a man or a woman of integrity. Absolutely. That's what Archaix Sentinels project is. This thread is going to be explosive. And I have no doubt that there are going to be people who are going to subscribe to Archaix Underground just to monitor that activity. Guarantee it. Micah Dank. Oh, no, excuse me. Grindle Dark. Grindle Dark, I seen you in Archaix Underground this morning. You trying to hide. I'm an admin. You can't hide from me. I see everybody. At least I see your fake names. All right. So that's the Archaix Sentinels project. I already have a list of people I'm looking at. That will be our first projects. Yeah, because I'm not just talking about my material. I'm talking about people who have stolen from Michael Tessarion, people who have lifted David Icke stuff, people who have lifted Paul Cook stuff, people who have lifted Martin Leakey stuff. If somebody has absolutely stolen content from Autodidactic Campbell. You understand? If somebody has stolen from Michelle Gibson and then put it behind their paywall and then make money every month from subscribers for content that doesn't even belong to them. Yeah, that shit's getting exposed. That's what I'm doing. And of course, you guys already know I have a list of content creators that I already suspect that have stolen quite a bit of material from me. I've even done videos on 2 or 3 of those men. So, yeah, man, it's that's what Archaix Sentinels project is about, and I'm pretty excited about engaging in that one. So next on the menu, everything's in order. We're going down the menu in order on Archaix Underground. When you go to Archaix Underground, this is the home page. It's so easy. Just look to the left. The left margin gives you your whole menu, and you go wherever you want to go. Now we're going to the audio archive. Oh yeah. It's the first time I've ever provided this. I don't have this on archaix.com, and I don't have this anywhere. Here it is. Look at all this. So far, there's over 100 audio files, but they're so easy to upload here. I'm going to be uploading a whole lot more, hundreds more. But you truckers out there, you mill workers, yeah, you guys in industry, drivers, shoot, here it is. You have the entire Chronicon. You have the entire Chronicon right here. All 34 episodes, each one's 2 hours long of Chronicon is right here. Then look, here's block 7. It's got 9 audio files. What are these? You want to go listen? Most of them are all 2 to 2.5 hours each. Here's the Typhon flood of Noah, the Exodus code, the dark side, the dark side round 2. Those are Q&As where I invited people on the screen with me. World's Fair, Las Vegas. Will California sink like Atlantis? Visual explanation of why it took. I don't even remember what the name, the whole full title is that one. Here's True or False. Titans and Dragons of the Dark Ages. That's just one block, and that block only has 9 audio files. Other blocks here. Here's eight audio files right here. You listen to the whole thing. Occultus Veritas Obscura. Previous Worlds Unknown. Oh, look, Katub. 1902 Holographic Calendrix. Archaix welcomes Flat Earth Dave. Damnatio Memorae. Insane Evidence of Simulated History. Anyway, there's blocks of these. It's over 100. It's over 100 audio files here. Just go to a block, click it open, and it'll show you all 8 of them. There's 8 of them per block. And there's going to be a lot more. Like I said, the site came preloaded. Gives me some breathing room over the next week or so to add more and more and more and more. So the next one on the menu under audio archive is video archive. You know I'm not going to leave the videos out. These aren't YouTube videos. These are the Archaix TV videos. You got your tiny hat. You got your hats off. Hats off videos are in here. 65 years of expulsions, plagues, and chaos. Hats off. Here's Tiny Hats, 1765, 1816. Van Rant. Other YouTubers attack. Remember the YouTubers sent me to jail? I was talking about it here after I got out. I was only in jail like 36 hours. Let's see. Archaix podcast with Sol Lugman. Hanging out with Martin and Max Egan. Another one, a totally different video, hanging out with Max and Martin. Hanging out with Martin Leakey. Zombie game hangout. There's Big Cole. My dad. There's Big John. We're playing the zombie game. It's pretty fun. Matter of fact, we need to play that. We need to do another video like that. Open chat on Discord. That's a Q&A. It's long. Iran and Israel 2040. Anti-racist Hitler. Or the Wacky Wasteland. Classic Van Rant. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of videos here. Shilometer. Roman war against Jewry and the origin of Freemasonry. Are we being set up? Shit show. Archaix News. Those are funny. Here's another one. Archaix Newsroom. 2024 Mainstream Madness Meme Report. That's funny. Tiny Hats Episode 3. The Bohemian War. Hats Off Episode 2. J Dreamers Exposed. IMCO and the Theft of Content. Hats Off Episode 1. Electromagnetic Changeover Event. There's a bunch of videos in here, guys. That's the video archive. Next, a bunch of you are just like me. It's the reason you're an Errant. It's the reason you're in the Archaix community. You value old books. They don't have to be actual books. What I have done, here's Underground Vault Library. There's over 100 books in here, but there's going to soon be hundreds more. Like I said, I preloaded the site just to get it started. Over 100 old books of PDFs, and you can download every single one of them. All it takes is a click. Like, let's just choose one. Old books, Archive 4. When you go through these files, you will not see a single Google Books. I've told you guys for years now, you've got to be careful with Google Books. I even did a video in the past where I showed Google PDFs of old books are censored. They are using AI to change some of the PDFs of the old books. I do not use Google Books at all. All these PDFs, I got thousands and thousands of PDFs, but I will not post a Google Books PDF anywhere on my site. Not going to do it. Look at this. A lot of you are going to want this. Dr. Carlin's Recipe Manual. I have this in my library. This is Dr. Carlin's Recipe Manual from 1881. These are all the curative foods. Everything you need to stay healthy, original recipes, how to make every single type of medicine that can cure the human body. That was known in 1881 before the pharmaceutical companies hijacked the industry. Dr. Carlin's Recipe Manual right here, 1881. I've got Dictionaries of Chronology. Their Cyclical Delusions, 1871. Iconographic Encyclopedia. It is massive. That encyclopedia is massive. It's got thousands of pictures. Very, very fine detail art. History of Lapland. History of the World. Natural History of the World. This is a book written in 1635. So a lot of the S's are F's. Epistles of the Apostolical Fathers. Enoch. Restitutus. Anyway, it's just a whole bunch of old books. I think there's 10 of them. 10 books per archive. Yeah, man, you go just click on any archive. Here's American Medicinal Plants. I've showed these on YouTube. A lot of people wanted these books. Beautiful books. They identify every known plant in North America that you can make medicines out of easily with just boiling water and adding vinegar or alcohol or whatever you got to do to make your tinctures. But these two books are fantastic, and they're right here for free. They're free. If you subscribe to Archaix Underground, you can download those straight to your computer. You can spend weeks going through those books, making all kinds of medicines and all kinds of curative deals. And what's beautiful about it is that they're hand illustrated and they look identical to the plants in North America that you would find. Some of them in Europe. Yeah, but it shows you an exact picture. A lot of people think that these weeds that are growing up in different areas and dandelions and they don't have any value. They have great medicinal value. American Antiquities, 1834. Antiquities of America. Examination of the Phoenix. Universal History of the Arts. Old Babylonian version of the Flood. Vindication of the Sibylline Oracles. Man, so many books, guys. There's so many books in here. It's a lot. This is over 100 old books, and before you could even get through 1% of these, I promise you, I'm going to have hundreds of more old books uploaded to the Underground Vault Library. More reading that you can do you can spend the rest of your life reading and not read all these books. There's just no way. Some of these books are massive. They're huge. Next on the list. This is Jason's posts, research, and articles. Again, you'll never be able to read all of this. You might get through all of my stuff, but you won't get through all the PDFs. You just got to pick what you want to read. Anyway, here is 14 different archives. They're all titled transcripts, articles, and posts. Each one of them has 20, except the last one only has 10. I'll end up adding 10 more, then it will be 20. But each one of them has 20 items except for Archive 3. Right here where my cursor is, Archive 3 actually has 280 transcripts, articles, and posts tucked into just it by itself. Rest of them all have 20. I'll just show you. You just click on the one, and when you click on the one, it shows you. These are all articles. This one says, today I am 17,700 turnings of the sky old. The next one is time travel. I did a video on time travel. The next one is 3 temples in Egypt date from before the flood. The next one is called, it's a post I did a long time ago called This Terrible Race. It's for the We Immortals archive. The Zodiac, evidence of a different sky. That's a, you know what? I need to repost that. That's an article I wrote 5 years ago. Let's see, the Annus Mundi calendar and the building of and the record of the building of Giza. The real history of Adam and Eve and the serpent. The Great Flood and May 2040 Phoenix disasters. The Great Pyramid and Phoenix destructions of the old world. Well, you get the idea. You get the idea. Yeah. When you add all these up, it's going to be over 400 transcripts, articles, and posts all right here. And I'm not done. This is just the beginning. Still, it's a tremendous amount. And these are just, I didn't even, the majority of them down here, the majority of all these are what you see here. You see, this is, I pay a guy once a month. He takes all the latest YouTube videos and in his spare time, he goes back and he gets other YouTube videos I've done in the past. And he does these right here. These are edited transcripts. And when even when I'm talking about an image, he makes sure that the image is in the text so you can see it. These transcripts that he puts together are fantastic. They are very professional. But he and I have been doing this for about 6 months, and I've never posted the transcripts. So I have a huge file of all his work, and I didn't have anything to do with it until Archaix Underground. Now with Archaix Underground, I'm posting all his work. But he even shows who's talking. Like, this is Clayton, this is Martin, me. He shows who's speaking. These transcripts are word for word of what happens on the Archaix videos on YouTube. Yeah, he did a fantastic job on these transcripts. Most of these are his transcripts. About half of them are my articles too. There's a lot of them. There's a lot. Yeah, this right here is 280 post articles and transcripts right here in 2 downloads. You got to download both of these and you have a massive amount. So that's the Archaix Underground writings. Next on the list, Archaix research charts, but they're by topic. Like here's world chronology charts. Just click on here. It's going to show you. These are in high definition, and every one of them are downloadable. World chronology charts. I got a lot more charts now than those I uploaded to my website. My website has, charts as far as from last year, but I got so much new stuff. This chart here is just over the year 713, when everything changed. When the year changed to 365 days. So yeah, this is just one post. That's just one little box. You go down and you see the charts are by topic. Like, here are all the Nemesis X chronology and Mayan calendar charts, all the charts related to 2046. You click onto that, it'll open it up to more. Here's the charts on the Anunnaki Ner, 600 years being 216,000 days. These are the actual historical chronological charts showing you what happened every 600 years. Ancient system, every 600 years right here. And if you click onto that, it'll open it up a whole lot more. Here are the correcting Atlantis dating charts. Get to the bottom. Hit the see more, it'll open it up to the rest of the charts. Same thing, Sumerian day count system is original Shar unit. Here's a whole bunch of charts showing all these massive amounts of time found in all the historical texts, like 432,000 years is actually days, and how it corrects the whole calendar. This is fascinating. This is all the charts concerning 2178 in calendars, showing that it is the restart of the simulacrum historical programming. This shows you the properties of 2178, what it means for us today, and how the number 2178 is actually embedded in our calendars. All these charts are about 2178. Hit see more, open it up. It'll show you more stuff about 2178. Every one of these calendars show 2178. It's 138 years after 2040. We're waiting on the 2040 temporal pole shift right now. It's not going to be lithospheric displacement. It will be a temporal pole shift. 2040 on a rating of 1 through 4 in magnitude. 2040 is a 3 on the Phoenix phenomenon. This is 2178 too. That's that big black star you see at the very end. And 2178 has its own box right here. 2178, what it means in the holography. There's the year 2178 on the right margin. This is the Phoenix. This is all Phoenix material. I'm missing something. I'm missing a bunch of stuff on 2178 that should be in here. I don't know why they're not. It's not. I posted it on X this morning. There are 2178 charts that are missing here. Sure are. You know what? I'm glad this happened because I'm going to go in and get them. I'm going to go in and get them. This is what I posted on X this morning. Ha! This dude, Jay Anderson, pops up. The Project Unity. I'm not impressed with this guy at all. Let's see. Just posted that. Here it is right here. These right here. I'm showing all these ancient calendrical systems. They all point to the year 2178. It's all down here. All these are in the notes. I'm going to make sure that these get put on. For some reason, these didn't get put on Archaix Underground, but they're going to get there because this information is fascinating. Showing that we're in a construct. We're in a loop. So yeah, we need to get, oh, there's more of them right here. More of them right here. These are all the years signified in all the ancient calendars. There's the number 2178. This is a chart explaining 2178 and how incredible this number is. It's the only immortal number. It's the only number that will not collapse to zero. Okay, I'm done with that. I just wanted to go get that. All right, so yeah, somehow missed that. Somehow we missed that one. We got to go back and get that. Anyway, next on the list are quotes of power. On my desktop, I have a whole file. You guys know I've been collecting quotes for years. So I'm going to load this up with some amazing quotes. Some people have already started. Some people have already started putting quotes in here. I'm going to be loading this up with a bunch of quotes. Okay, the next one is another project. Projects are interactive. These are things that we're working on together. This is 1902. This is 1901, 1902, and 1903 anomalies. This space will have the group's discoveries on these 3 years, 1901, 1902, and 1903. Posts itemizing events in 1901 need to be separate from 1902 and 1903, and the same for the other years. Meaning, when you do a post about 1902 like I did, here's mixed events, 1902. A massive amount of stuff that happened in 1902. All kinds of sky fallout, red mud, like 50 tons per I mean, per square mile in Australia. Really odd storms, earthquakes, tsunamis that are hardly ever reported, but you find them in different literature concerning 1902. But when you look up, when you Google major events in 1902, none of this stuff comes up. Plagues, hundreds of thousands of people dying in weird diseases that appeared all over the world in different places in the world, mud floods, it's all here in 1902. A new star appears 1902, all kinds of stuff. Volcanoes that you never even heard of. It's just a black star. Everything happens in 1902. It's all here, guys. And this is just one little post. I got a bunch of posts about 1902. Yeah, man. So that's just one little post on 19. Look, 1902 in charts. You can click onto this. It'll open up more. Here's books published in 1902. Gives you a good idea. I told 1902 is a very anomalous year. So you can click onto this. It's going to show you a bunch more books. Here's 1902 Antikythera computer recognized as an anomaly. Oh, I'm going to go in here and edit this real quick because that's misspelled. Antikythera. Is it spelled right? I got to go look at that later. Kythera. All right. It might be spelled right. So yeah, this is that's from the research of De Sola Price. So that's another interesting 1902 tidbit. So here's the published book, 1902, Antikythera computer. Here's 1902, the Great Seal. The Great Seal of the United States quietly changed from the phoenix to the bald eagle, from the bird of heaven to the bird of prey in 1902. Again, another fact that's almost been covered up. People don't even realize. I went to an antique shop one time, and I educated the guy in numismatics because he didn't even know. He had a massive coin collection, and so I bought a bunch of the coins. And he says, what's your interest? Why do you keep skipping years? Because I was buying coins from 1891, 1877. I'm going through there. He says, are you into numismatics? I says, no, I'm really not. But I'm buying all these old pre-1902 coins because they all have the phoenix on them. He's like, what are you talking about? So I turned all his coins upside down. I talked about it on YouTube. But you can go to any antique dealer and you can show them. They don't even know. They just don't know. All the coins minted in the United States in the 1800s and 1700s, when it shows the Great Seal on the back of the coin, it's always a phoenix. People automatically assume it's always been the bald eagle, but the bald eagle did not become the official bird of the Great Seal of the United States until the year 1902, and it was done very quietly. So when I turned all his coins over and I showed him, I said, look, man, every single one of these are a phoenix. Blew his mind. He had never seen that before. He said, man, I can't believe this, man. No one's ever. I said, yeah, phoenix's wings, neck and head are very different than the eagle. It's very easy to notice. So I went to showing him. I went to showing him all these coins, showing him the difference between an eagle and a phoenix. He's like, damn, man, how did I miss this? I said, yeah, you missed it all right. You missed it all right. The one on the left is a phoenix. The one on the right is an eagle. You can't mistake these birds. The one on the right's an eagle here. The one on the left's a phoenix. You cannot mistake these birds. That's the original seal right there. That's the phoenix. Now, this is what they want you to think the original seal looked like. The darker image here. But here it is straight out of a book. Right there. Look at the left. That's a phoenix. Ain't nothing about that bird looks like an eagle. That is a phoenix on the left. That's the original seal, and that is the Great Seal of the United States, which is a great pyramid deal. So there it is right there. The original seal was a phoenix. That's from the coin I showed. This coin right here, 1899, is in my collection. This is the 1899 silver dollar. Uh-oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a phoenix. Why? Because it's 3 years before 1902. Anyway, nice little history lesson, but you get the gist. There's all kinds of stuff about 1902 in here. Here's Nostradamus, 1902. Some really compelling things. Click onto that and you'll see more. Here are PDFs. Here is a tremendous amount of data about 1902 right here. All kinds of stuff. All four of these PDFs have all kinds of information about 1902. Here's things you need to know about New York in 1902, because New York is a part of the Phoenix chronology. New York was founded by the Dutch when they purchased it from the Manhattan Islands in 1626, which is a Phoenix year on the 138-year timeline. 276 years later was 1902. So actually 138 years after, in the 138th year of New York was 1764, when astronomer Hoffman saw the Phoenix pass over the sun, and he entered it into the Royal Astronomy minutes. He was criticized because the pompous astronomers claimed that he was too prestigious for them to ignore. But they claim there's nothing that moves like that, because he showed that it moved out of the northern heavens, passed over the sun, and then disappeared on a southern trajectory over the ecliptic. It moved perpendicular to the ecliptic, just like all the ancient records say that the Nemesis X object moves. It moved the exact same way. So also the exact same way in the 1800s that Vulcan was said to move. But Vulcan was dismissed, just like the Phoenix and Nemesis X is dismissed. So New York is founded in 1626. 138 years later, Phoenix is seen in 1764. And there's also a bunch of sky phenomena. But 138 years after that is 1902. 138 years after that is 2040, the year we're waiting on right now, which is going to be a third magnitude. 4 is the highest, but it's going to be a third magnitude Phoenix event. It's going to be pretty bad. Now, 138 years like that is the fourth and highest magnitude. It's like the MCO event. It's like the electromagnetic changeover event that's described. Man, I can't remember their names. Damn, I just can't remember their names. Brian and Mia. So, the final one, the fourth one, 138 years after 2040, is the year 2178, the immortal loop number. So when you look to the future, you're actually looking back to the past. Genesis. We're not on a linear timeline. We're on a cyclical timeline. So when you look at the future with more clarity, you are seeing more perfectly the post-reset period of Adam and Eve, when people have lost their infrastructure, and it begins year one of a whole new age, which in ancient times was called the pre-flood world. We don't know what the next cycle is going to be called. It will be written by the historians after that. So that's 1902, New York. Here's Charles Fort on 1902. It's pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, that's that one right there. Then we move to the next one on the list. This one is Flat Plane Examined, Planar Simulation. This is a whole thread dedicated only to the best flat plane, flat earth data right here. Now, we're not going to restrict ourselves on that, because I'm a simulationist. This space is for the community. I didn't even drink my coffee. This space is for the community to post their best evidence that we live on a flat plane, a concept that is welcomed in simulation theory. Also discussed will be toroidal mechanics, possibility that the moon is a reflection of Earth, concave Earth, and hollow Earth theory. We'll be discussing all these things as well. I've already posted a bunch of memes concerning flat Earth. Pretty good stuff. Just to get the party started. Bunch of NASA stuff too. Admissions by Russian scientists. Anyway, you get the idea. Get the idea. Next one on the list, the last one that I have publicly listed. Haha, lifestyles of the grifting and infamous. Welcome to the show, guys, as we explore the lifestyles of the grifting and infamous. You already know I'm going to have a thread for Graham Hancock, Jimmy Corsetti, for Billy Carson, probably going to add Randall Carlson and a whole host of others because I'm not done. I'm not done. You know I'm going to have a shilometer, whole bunch of them out there in the field. Now, a lot of this information is probably going to be coming from the Archaix Sentinels project too. The Archaix Sentinels project, because we're going to be going out there and we're going to be getting in folks' business. We're going to be separating the wheat from the chaff. That's what we're going to do. So we have 2 or 3 more of these to add, but I'm not gonna do that now because it's still undecided. I have a list. It's still undecided what we're gonna do. Some people were asking that I put a Great Pyramid page in here and just put all my Great Pyramid research in one place. That's a pretty good idea. We're also thinking about putting a cipher room in here because the cipher community is explosive. It is awesome. But we do just find on Telegram. I don't know if we're going to do a cipher. We have to figure out what the crossover is going to be. But the cipher would be locked only to those individuals who are in the Telegram group. So it wouldn't be open to the public anyway. We already have the chat forums. We already have Errants Paranormal. We have real revelations. We have a few other things to look at. So anyway, that is my tour of Archaix Underground. That's the tour. When you come into Archaix Underground, like I said, it's going to be very simple. If you just scroll down the home page, it's going to show you the latest trending posts, what people are doing, what people are talking about, engaging with the most, news announcements. Trending posts is also a column on the side. It changes hourly, and then the very first thing you click on is probably going to be the most popular on the forum, which is underground chats. Errants Underground chat, because look, there's all kinds of chats going on in here now. So, yeah. Go to latest messages. See, there's more people have made comments since we even started this video. So, yeah. Oh, I recognize a bunch of these names. So anyway, that's my tour, guys, and I am. Oh, I see Jay Hart. There's my friend Jay Hart. I see. Yeah. Anyway, Errants Underground chat. This is the new Archaix Underground, guys. And finally, it took forever, but finally we now have a hub. We now have a central location where we can access everything and we can do projects and we can be pretty much unbothered by the online community. We you know what? We come here to do our business, and everybody else, if they don't like it, they can stay the F out. They can just stay the F out. We don't care. I says, this is where we're going to network. This is where we're going to arrange meetups. This is where people are going to understand who's close to them in their local deals. Errant news reels is going to show what's going on in different necks, in your neck of the world. This is going to be a fantastic forum, and for something that was just launched a couple hours ago, it's already filling up with people, and that's awesome. That's awesome. And over the next 3 and 4 days, I'm going to be uploading a whole lot more stuff. Probably adding two, maybe 3 more rooms to this list that we already have here. I'm also very open to suggestions because 2 of these rooms only came about because people suggested them in the Cypher community. So I'm not going to ignore my YouTube community, my Archaix community. No, this is when I review, I have to go somewhere shortly. But when I come back and I review this chat and I go through the chat, if somebody had a genius idea for a whole new project or a whole new room, I'm going to add it. I'm going to add it. I promise that. But that's all for now, guys. I wanted to do a short introductory video showing the community what's going on, putting people out there in the field on notice, because we're not taking any prisoners. We're not taking it. Archaix Sentinels is going to be a project that's going to take off. Also, for those of you who don't know, we already have Big John and Cheryl already coming up with 2 new types of Archaix wear, but they will only be available to those in Archaix Underground. And that is official Underground t-shirts, Archaix Underground t-shirts, and shirts for Archaix Sentinels, because that's going to be a tightly closed group right there. No restrictions as to who can become a Sentinel, but we're going to stay on top of those orders. Those are going to be very restricted orders. We're not going to let those Archaix Underground t-shirts and Archaix Underground t-shirts and Archaix Sentinel t-shirts get out there. Just like the new minted coins. I told you about these in the past. I haven't mentioned them a deal, but you guys know that we had 300 Archaix collector's coins, antique nickel. We're not doing those again. If you have those coins, and many of you do, you got something, because we're not doing those again. But we have 2 new coins coming out. The two new coins. One's going to be general Archaix. Anybody can order it, but it's going to be a very fixed number. But the other coin is for Archaix Academy, because now that I got this major project on the way, there's nothing stopping me, because I've got a whole file full of all the new Academy courses I need to upload. So I'm slowly getting everything done, guys. You guys know I've had some setbacks in the past year. But I've overcome those setbacks. I'm plowing forward. I got an awesome team with Big Cole, with Big John and Cheryl, and it's just this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And I am sought elsewhere, so I got to check out. I got to go. See here. Let me stop sharing my screen. I hope you guys join me in Archaix Underground. But that is the last public showing of the site. And if you're already been in the underground chat today, just let people know. Let people know in the your opinion. Don't let me modify your opinion. You either like it or you don't. So let's see. I'm gonna stop sharing. How do I stop sharing? I got too much going on. I got too much going on this. There was a ribbon that's why I should never, that little ribbon on the bottom of the page that I hide. I hid that ribbon, so now I can't even see how to stop sharing. How you stop sharing once you hid that ribbon? I guess you do it like that. I guess you just delete that whole window. Okay, that worked. Hell yeah. All right, guys, I do have to go, and I hope to see you in Underground. I'll be there the rest of the evening. I'll be in the Underground when I come back. I got to run an errand. But when I come back, I'm going to be in the Underground, engaging in the chat, doing all kinds of things. But I'm also going to be uploading a lot more material, because that's what we got to do. Thank you for your donation. Always appreciated it. My team loves it. And until later, guys, I'm going to go. I have got to go. See you in the Underground. I've been waiting to say that. All right, let's find me a good outro. I should have had my outro. I didn't have anything prepared for this video. I normally have my outros all lined up. Yeah, man. But we're going underground so we can get away from this right here.
Some members of the media
use their platforms to push their own personal bias.
And agenda to control exactly what people think. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Unfortunately, some members of the media
use their platforms to push their own personal bias.
And agenda
to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about troubling and irresponsible one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.